Berlin, 1983. The city was split in two, barbed wire, watchtowers, and the constant shadow of east and west. On a rainy night in November, Colonel Viktor Sokolov of the KGB prepared to cross into the west. For months, he had secretly fed the CIA details of Soviet sleeper networks. Now his handlers promised safe passage, a new name, and a new life. But he never arrived. At dawn, his body was found slumped in a dim East Berlin safehouse, a bullet in his skull. His defection file, the documents he carried to prove his worth, was gone. Major Alexei Morozov of the KGB's counterintelligence unit was assigned to investigate. Officially, he was to confirm Sokolov had been killed by Western agents. Unofficially, Morozov suspected something worse: betrayal inside the KGB itself. The suspects were few, but all dangerous. Captain Irina Volkov-Sokolov's aide, who had been the last to see him alive. Colonel Dmitry Orlov, his rival, who stood to gain a promotion if Sokolov vanished. And the courier, Sergei Antonov, who had been tasked with escorting Sokolov to the checkpoint, but claimed he was delayed. The crime scene was clean, too clean. No struggle, no broken locks. Whoever killed Sokolov had used his own key to enter. Morozov dug into the logs. Sokolov's file had been removed from the KGB archives the night before his death. The signature authorizing it, Colonel Orlov's. But when confronted, Orlov smirked. "I didn't need to kill him. His betrayal would have hung him without my help." Suspicion shifted to Volkov. She had always been loyal, but her report of the night's events was riddled with gaps. She swore she'd left Sokolov alive in the safe house at midnight, yet a witness placed her near the border at the same time. Finally, Morozov examined Antonov's story. The courier admitted he'd been delayed, but his boots told another tale: mud, matching the alley behind the safe house. He'd been there. The twist came when Morozov reviewed intercepted Western transmissions. The CIA had indeed scheduled a pickup, but the code phrase Sokolov was told to use, the phrase that should have confirmed his identity, was known only to 3 people inside the KGB. Antonov was one of them. When pressed, Antonov broke. He had been playing both sides, feeding the CIA scraps while reporting back to the KGB. Sokolov's defection threatened to expose him, so he silenced the colonel and delivered the file to Orlov to ensure his own survival. But Orlov had double-crossed him. The file was never turned in. It disappeared into Orlov's private safe, buried to protect not the KGB, but himself. As Antonov was dragged away in chains, Morozov stood in the safe house where Sokolov had fallen. The colonel had dreamed of freedom, of breaking away from the shadows. Instead, the shadows consumed him. Because in Berlin, the line between East and West wasn't drawn on the map. It ran through the heart of every spy.